What's up, you guys? Speed here. I know it's been a minute since I've been on here for a while. Well, actually, not a minute. I think it's been about a few weeks, a good week or two. Basically, since the Justice League trailer and Spider-Man: Homecoming came out, I've been a little busy on my side doing other stuff. But yeah, I just figured I had to make a video on this because it's Thor Ragnarok. Now, for those who know me, know that I have my issues with Thor as a character, both in the movies and in the comics. Not a big fan of Thor in general. I was never really much of a fan of him. But I gave his movies a shot. Didn't really like any of them. The first one was mediocre at best, and then the second one was just completely forgettable. Like, I cannot remember a single thing from Thor: The Dark World. So now we have our third attempt to see what Thor has to offer, and basically it is Thor Ragnarok. Now, this was actually one of the movies where I was actually really excited to see, and the reason why I was excited was for very kind of minor things. Mostly had to do with the logo, the way it was written, Thor Ragnarok. Because I'm a big fan of that whole 80s video game aesthetic, and I really fell in love with that aspect of, Thor Ragnarok. It's what got me interested to see how the movie's going to be. If not for the title card looking like the way it did, I probably wouldn't watch it, but because it has that 80s video game aesthetic, I was immediately hooked onto it. The movie, however, I'm not too sure if I'll like it or not, because I've heard some really weird rumors about it that I knew I wasn't going to like. One of them being that it's this version of Thor, this Thor movie is going to be more comedic. And I feel like you don't really need to be comedic for this movie since it's Thor Ragnarok. For those who don't know what Ragnarok is basically this sort of end-time Greek battle where it's Zeus versus Hades. It's an epic, huge battle. Thor dies in it. A lot of gods die in it. It's just a bloodthirsty war against the gods. At least that's what I heard. So when I heard this Thor Ragnarok is going to be more comedic, less battle-y, like, the Ragnarok tale, I was a little disappointed, and, that kind of made my interest waver. And then we got the first look of Thor where he cut off all his hair, which I didn't mind. I kind of like the new dude. I like short hair. But I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's just go ahead and see this teaser, and let's let it speak for itself. So, without further ado, here is the Thor Ragnarok teaser.
I know what you're thinking. How did this happen?
Really? Did they just...
It's a long story.
Oh, jeez. Did they just do the damn thing with the freeze frame? Oh, shit. She broke the hammer. Oh, boy. Really? This is what you're going to use for the theme? Okay. I'll accept it. I like it. Fuck it. I love the animation in this, though. It looks damn good.
What have you brought today? Tell me.
A contender.
See that 30s video game aesthetic? I love that shit, man. Oh, there's Loki.
It's main event time.
I like the new dude. Oh, he's got the hammer. He's got the hat thing. I was waiting for him to don that. Oh, shit.
We know each other. He's a friend from work. Oh, come on.
Alright. Alright. Okay, I gotta admit, that was a badass trailer. I gotta admit, that was a pretty cool trailer, and fuck it, I'm hype. I'm hyped for this movie. Cause, oh my god, I gotta see that again. Like, I gotta turn it down a bit. I gotta turn it down a bit while I'm watching it, though. So, a few things about this trailer that I actually really loved, and it was the CGI. Like, the CGI in this movie looks a hell of a lot better than Homecoming, and it just looks 10 times better than Civil War, in my opinion. Like, the use of color and the use of lighting in that one scene with the queen with the spikes coming out of her head, like, it's the lighting that was used and it was just like, it was really phenomenal. It looked really like lightning striking everywhere. It was I don't know, I'm not smart enough to really make the words come out right in what I'm trying to say, but it just looked nice. And I just love this 80s video game aesthetic that they're using for the title cards, because it's like, I don't know, I just like that aesthetic. It's my favorite. And I like this tournament setting that he's in now. It just looks a lot more cooler. And he's finally got his whole helmet thing that we've been waiting to see on him. It looks a little shitty, but it looks pretty good. And then we got Hulk finally being... Then we finally see Hulk after, like, I don't know how the fuck long. He's finally back, and I've been waiting to see him again. So, you know, I'm really excited to see all this come together. God, I love that title. I love that title aesthetic. I just love 80s video game aesthetic shit. I'm sorry. But, yeah, this looks like it's going to be a good movie. I've been disappointed before by Thor, but this one looks good. And I don't want to come off as rude, and I don't want to come off as mean to Thor fans, because, you know, there are some fans of Marvel movies who have loved the Thor movies, and I respect that. I do. But I just haven't really felt any of his movies until this trailer came around, to which it's got the things that I love about it. It's got a hostile takeover. It's got a new look. It's got very interesting aesthetics with the 80s video game stuff. It's got much better lighting. The CGI looks a lot more crisp, a lot more fresh, and a lot more new. We finally got Hulk back, and it's in a tournament setting where it's an all-out brawl. It's an all-out battle. And I'm just excited for those elements in it, because those were the elements that I've wanted to see in Thor for quite some time. It's the elements I've wanted to see in a movie for quite some time. And it's so awesome. It's amazing how it looks and it all comes together. Again, I'm not smart enough to really say what's on my mind any more professional or make myself sound a little more smarter than other, reviewers and such. But I'm just going to say it how it is and how I feel about it. And quite honestly, this is a badass trailer. Teaser trailer, technically. I cannot wait to see more of this. Well, I mean, not more that it spoils everything, but enough to really get a more grasp as to what the movie's going to entail. But so far, it looks great. It looks amazing. I can't wait to see the movie. Because that was another thing I was worried about, Would this movie be overshadowed compared to the other movies that are coming out with Spider-Man Homecoming, Wonder Woman, Guardians of the Galaxy, and then there's Justice League that's coming up like around the same time as Thor Ragnarok is. Yeah, that's actually another thing. This movie's coming out around the same time as Justice League. So either Marvel's really brave for putting one of their least profitable movie franchises what am I saying? Basically, either Marvel is really brave for putting one of their least profitable movie trilogies against a long-awaited movie event, or they literally have no faith in Thor Ragnarok and is just putting it there to fill a slot. I don't know, but I'll definitely be seeing this along with Justice League because I've been wanting to see Thor Ragnarok for a while now, actually, because of the title screen, as I said before, blah blah blah. But now after seeing this teaser, I'm really interested to see how they go about doing this. Will this be a similar pattern to Logan, where the first and second movie weren't that good, but the third one knocked it right out of the park? Only time will tell. Only time will tell. So that's all I have to say for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys thought about the trailer, and I'll see you guys later.